Okay, so I'm back. Okay, Robert, once again with Smart Profit Money. Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to send out 20,000 emails per month for your SMMA agency to get leads using the cold outreach system and the software to do that with. So if you guys have always wondered how to set up that type of thing, I'm going to show you my exact process that I use in my own SMMA agency from start to finish. So if you guys are struggling with this kind of stuff, you're not going to want to miss this video. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and get started so I can show you how I did that. Okay, so I'm back. Should be able to see my pointer on screen. Here it is here. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. But like always, welcome to the Octagon Room. And let me go and explain how the video is going to go. We're going to start off first with some of the PowerPoint slides. I got all the cool graphics ready and it kind of like lays everything out. So I stay on point. Then we'll jump out of there and I'll show you one of the systems that we do use. It's a SMMA Profits course. So we're going to get into that later after the complete setup, how I actually run my own SMMA setup for the agency and all that stuff. So let's just go ahead and get started. But keep in mind, first we're going to go into the PowerPoint slides, then we'll go into the actual system. So for the people who are in a hurry, don't skip through this video. You need to watch the whole entire thing so you don't miss anything. This is my exact system that I use for my own SMMA agency, and we run a lot of emails through this thing. I mean, tons, okay, thousands. Okay, so just a little bit about your trainer so you guys know you're getting trained by the right person. I've been a professional marketer close to 20 years. I'm actually the founder and CEO of realestatereferralplace.com and Smart Profit Money and a whole bunch of cool other websites that you've probably run into online. It's always good to know who's training you, because sometimes you watch these videos and you're not really sure what that person does. Do they really have the experience needed to show you this kind of thing? And yes, I do. I'm the one that sets up all the stuff. I'm one of the trainers here in the Smart Profit Money studio. So anybody who works for us, I'm the one who actually trains them. I have to tell them exactly, this is what we're doing. You need to do it this way or it's not going to work. Okay, so let's go ahead and enough said and jump right into this and talk about how to get started if you're brand new to SMMA cold email outreach and you never set up a cold email outreach system using the software that we use. First off, you can see this on my screen. I'm going to expand it. So we're going to go one step bigger just so everybody can see this. So hang in there. And while this is loading, just keep in mind that you can only do this with professional software. What we used to do, I just want to touch on something really quick and then we'll get into the exact setup. Give me 60 seconds here. Just want to tell you what we used to do, and we still kind of do it. We always did this, setting up hosting accounts with Bluehost or whatever hosting we had at that point in time back in the day. There was never no software like this, MailShake. So we use MailShake now. There's another one called Limlist and a whole bunch of other ones that are coming out. Find one that you guys like, stick with it. I like MailShake. We'll probably end up using Limlist. They seem like they're coming out with a bunch of cool features too, but it doesn't mean we're going to change. I really like the data and I really like all the features that MailShake has to offer. You choose the one that you guys like. But I'm just showing you, telling you what we used to do back in the day. There was no software like this. We were just setting up hosting accounts like Bluehost, and it comes with its own email software. We would just set up those emails and get a whole bunch of domains, send them out, create emails, burn them out. When I say burn out, it means that they fail, they get blacklisted, they end up in the spam folder, and they're no good. But that's what we used to do for many years. I mean, it's just a couple of years ago that we started using professional cold email outreach systems or software, and that's what this is here. So now it's done with this, but back in the day, we did it just with hosting. Now let's talk about the complete setup, how you should do it if you guys are brand new. Many people mess this up by step number one is you never use your existing hosting account. So if you guys already have a website, it's probably under a hosting account, right? So probably what you want to do is just go ahead and log into your hosting account, create another email or buy another domain and create another just whole setup in there. That's what you don't want to do. What we do is, what we recommend is forget that and just go ahead and create a brand new hosting account. That's right. I'm telling you to spend money. This is a pro setup. This is not the free one. This is the one that's going to keep you safe and you're not going to mess up your existing account. So what we do is, remember, this is what we do. Everybody has their own versions of their own setup in this. This is the pro setup that we use for sending way over 20,000. I said 20,000, but we send out more than that. 20,000 is a starting point. Remember that number. Okay, so what we do is we set up a brand new hosting account. Next thing what you want to do is get 10 domains, because the reason why you want to have 10, you want to purchase them all at the same time if you're brand new. The reason why that is, you want them to get some aging on them, okay? So you're going to start using one. Doesn't matter if it's .org, .com, .io. Make sure that they kind of match with the niche that you guys are using. So the name needs to match a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit, because they will be visible. Okay, the same with your emails. When you create your emails, they're going to be support or whatever you want to call them. We usually do support and sales. For outreach, it's just going to be support only, and it's going to be 10 emails that we start with, and then we're going to use the MailShake software. So we plug all this stuff in. The reason why you want 10 to start with, because you want to be able to fall back and choose another one if you burn one out. We don't plan on burning any out. We're very safe with that, but sometimes you will. And then we use the SMTP setup. What that means is we're using the email software or system, the email system that comes with your hosting. So that's SMTP setup. Very easy to do. And then we plug that into MailShake. Now, if you're wondering right now, because you probably watched another video on YouTube, you're like, wait a minute, he's not talking about using Gmail. We don't use any Gmails. We don't use any G Suite, nothing, because they have very strict rules, which eventually you'll get banned. They'll ban your Gmail account, or even your G Suite could get in trouble. We don't like to run under those rules. If you run under SMTP, your rules right out of the gate from your hosting account is going to be, they're going to tell you right out the top that per hour you're able to send out 500 emails per hour, 800 or 1,000, depends which plan you're on. Keep that in mind. So we're not listening to Google to tell us how to run our business. We have our own hosting account. We're plugging it right into SMTP, which again corresponds with MailShake, and MailShake is already set up to use SMTP. So we're not using Gmail at all. I wanted to be very clear on that, because many people will get confused and think that they have to use Gmail or a G Suite. Now, many people you'll hear about this, but I'm not here to train you on how to create a bunch of Gmail accounts and burn those out as well. We're not going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about what we do. If you're looking for that type of setup using Gmail, we're not going to talk about that here. I'm only talking about the SMTP setup that we use currently, and that's how we do it. So again, brand new hosting account. It could be Bluehost. I'll leave all the links in the description under this video. 10 domains of your choice, okay, and 10 emails to set up. And I already told you they need to match a little bit, and again, your emails need to match as well, and you plug those right into MailShake. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next slide. Any questions that anybody has throughout this training, go ahead and leave it in the comments, or just go ahead and click on the link on Smart Profit Money, and I'll answer them. I really like getting involved into the comments so everybody else can learn. Any questions that you guys have is always good to ask questions there, and then we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. This is where somebody will always mess up and forget to do something here. And let me just pause for 1 second. I'll make it quick. You won't even know it's a quick pause, because I'm going to come right back. But hold on. Let me just go ahead and click this. Okay, we're unpaused again, and we're back. Sorry, I had to just do something. So anyhow, here we go. Okay, so what you guys want to do on this next screen here, as you can see here, is set up your DNS records. And this is where a lot of people really mess things up. They don't do this. And I'm going to explain why you need to do this. And if you don't do it, you'll end up in the spam folder, just like we put this here. So a lot of people try to rush this. So give me 60 seconds here, because I want to say something really quick. Change your mindset of trying to rush this, because this is the kind of thing that if you set this up right, this is for the long haul. You're going to have it all set up. And remember, if you follow me, it's all about automation. I like to have everything automated and all my automation set up, so everything just runs and flows, and it just does what it's supposed to do. So that being said, if you set up your SPF record, your DKIM, and your DMARC record, with your hosting. They'll do this for you. You don't even have to do it. You just need to get them on the phone, tell them what's going on, and make sure it's set up right and double check it. Now keep in mind, when you go into Smart Profits course, we go into all this and you get my templates, my scripts, my pretty much everything that you learn about as we go. So I'll tell you what comes in the course as we start going. I'm not trying to plug the course so much here on this video, but I'll just say a few things when I know they need to be said. Okay, so this is very important. Again, if you don't do this, then this system will not work. Remember, I said that very clear. It's going to look like it's working, then it's going to fail. But you need to have the setup, so do it right away before you even use your system. So let's go ahead and move on to the next slide here. Actually, I don't even have this on presentation mode, so let's go ahead and go back to presentation mode, because I remember I had to pause it, so I came out of presentation mode. Now we can, so you can see it bigger now. I had it on small screen, sorry about that, but you can see what I'm talking about. Real quick before I change screens, set this stuff up. I'm sure you saw it on the last screen here, so I'm not going to edit that. We always edit so many things, it just prolongs things. Let's just get this video done. Okay, so get this done before you guys do anything. So we're talking about the most important things that you need to do, or things are not done and are just usually messed up. Okay, warm-up emails. Everybody always talks about that. Nobody really knows what that means or why do you do it or what. So we're going to touch on that really quick on how we do it with our own system. So as you can see on my screen, we have warm-up emails for sending out. Now, this only goes to 200 emails here, but where you want to end up is 5 or 670, close to 700 emails if you're trying to hit the 15,000 per month or 20,000 emails like the title said. So it's going to be more, but I just did two rows here just so you guys know. So what you're doing is, once you got everything set up, there's going to be a little button in here. It's just very easy. You just click it and it just makes the numbers work on a tick. And it just like spins through. So you just spin it through, and you want 20 emails a day. That's where you're starting out. It's going to have a warm-up feature, like a little thing that says, it doesn't say warm-up, but it's just going to say how many do you want to do per day. If you use Limitless, they have a complete warm-up feature. So what you want to do is day one, I don't have day one marked here, but it says 20 per day. So for 7 days, you guys are running. You got to do this slow. If you rush this, again, you're going to break the entire system that I just taught you how to do, and it will not work. Okay, so 20 emails, 20 emails per day for 7 days. 7 to 10, we put 7 on the first day, and then after that go to 10. So then the next one's going to be 10 days. You're going to hit 40. So you're going to move it up from 20. You're going to go to 40 in 7 to 10 days. Just leave it at 10 to be safe. Next one's going to be 60. You're going to jump from 40 to 60 in 10 days. I know you guys are like, oh, that just, I have to go slow. That's the way to do it. You'll get there quick. Before you know it, you guys are at the 300 mark, 4 or 5. It goes quick. And 80 days, so you can see it doesn't take long, and then the next one's going to be 100. Next one's going to be 120. Then you're going to be at, in the next 10 days, 140, and then so on. You can see we end up at the 200. I only put up to 200. So if we would have kept going, we would have been at the 500 range, which is the key point where you guys want to be. You don't have to be there. You can play it safe. I know a few people who I know are staying at the 300 range because they don't trust their mail server. They think that pushing it to the limit could get them in the spam folder or ban much easier. Could be true. So I do know some friends of mine and students of ours who do this are at the 300 range. Some are at the 5, and some are maxing out. The maxing out is whatever your hosting allows. Could be 800 emails max, sometimes 1,000, and that's really just pushing it. I don't go past the 500 mark myself. We learn from testing. That's it, 500 per hour. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Don't forget, warm up your emails. I want to be very clear on that so everybody knows that that's how that works. Moving on to the next slide so you guys understand how this works. So send out 20K emails. How do we really do that? What is the whole entire system look like? So here's a kind of a good glance at it. So your lead finder software can be one of the, I'll leave all the links in the description. So there's some that we use, some that we've tested, some that we don't like, and you can use Upwork. There's many ways to get leads. I'm sure you guys already probably know. If you don't know, YouTube's full of it, and then you can go to Upwork, like I said, or use whatever professional lead finder software that you guys want to use. Okay, so once you have your lead finder software and you got your big list, you could go ahead and upload it. Well, before you upload it, you're going to have a huge list of 20,000. Okay, and if you see something flying around in this room, there is a fly in here somewhere. It's hot. It's like one of these weird 95 days over here in California. First hot days that we've got, and the flies are just trying to get into the house here. Okay, so, and I can see them flying around in here because somebody keeps opening the door and the flies flying, whatever. Okay, so anyhow, back to the training. Okay, so the cold email list, you're going to have your big list here, and you're going to upload them into MailShake. There's a way to do it. You can't just upload all of them, bam, real quick. You got to put it in sections if you're using MailShake. Reason why I know, because it's my software. It's the one that I use. Not mine, but it's the one that I use, and I know how it works. Eventually, you want to end up here. Automations, if you guys know, sending emails 24/7. If you guys follow me, you guys know I love automations. Set it up once. Make sure it's just perfect, and you're sending out 24/7. You have all your emails set up. So that's how it works, okay? Just so you guys can see. You got the lead finder software. You get all your big list. Upload it to MailShake. Send it out, and bam. But what do you send out? What everybody talks about all this crazy stuff, but what are they actually sending out? Let's take a look at that, the next screen here. Okay, so I give you all this stuff with the SMMA Profits course. Now we'll talk about what comes in the course. I have many versions of many different scripts that I use with my own business. I'm in the real estate niche. So this course is set up for the real estate niche at this point. Huge on that niche. I've been in that niche for years and years, and we got it down. And that's what we basically use. We have a few presentation pages that we use. We'll get into that in 1 second. At the very end of this presentation, we'll start the other one where I cover the SMMA Profits course. But we give you all these. But let's talk about this now. You need to have your scripts and know which ones and know how to figure this out. And don't have some huge long script. Nobody wants to read that. When you do cold emails, there's a way to do this, and that's where you have to learn and teach yourself and specialize in this. A short little paragraph that gets to the point with one link, just one link, not a whole bunch of links. Then you'll look like spam. So there's tricks to know and tips to know and how to do that, and that's what we do with the script. So be on point with your script. Remember, this stuff's flying out before you know it. You're doing 300 emails an hour. 5 per day, not an hour, 300 per day, or your hosting account will give you the limit on what you can do per hour. Okay, so what you're sending out in here will contain this, your presentation page, and this is going to show everything that you guys do for your SMMA agency, of course, and you always should run a presentation page, and that's what we give you in our course. All the beautiful presentation pages are done. They install with one click, and you don't have to do anything. So if you don't want to do any outsourcing or any of that, that's what our course specializes in. It's a complete marketing system that comes with all the marketing materials needed, and more on that later. Okay, and just have inside your presentation page a custom form at the bottom, or book a call, whichever way you guys want to do. So that's what it looks like. That's what you guys are sending out. That's what you have to have ready to go. It has to be perfect, or none of this stuff works. So a lot of times people will try to do this. They get the scripts. Let me just touch on this for 1 second. They get the scripts wrong, too long, a lot of things that don't need to be in there. Attention span on the average person is 5 seconds. If you don't get them interested within 5 seconds, you kind of lost them. Same with your presentation page as well. And book a call is just if they're interested. They have to have a quick and easy form to use, an easy link that goes right to book a call, whatever software you guys are using. Make sure that's set up nice and easy and looks easy on the eye. Makes sense? Let's go to the next screen here. Okay, so 20,000K email, cold email to send, email campaigns to send. How do you set up the campaigns? This is what it looks like inside MailShake for the people who are wondering. Now we're getting into some of the geeky stuff, but it just needs to be talked about so everybody understands. When you get the software, this is the way that we set it up. It's up to you to set it up your own way, but this is a good way, a good starting point. So you have MailShake, you set up one campaign. 5,000 emails can only be in their max at this point in time with MailShake per campaign. So you have 5,000 emails. All you do is click duplicate, duplicates another campaign. Duplicate again, and you end up with 4. You're not going to run the same exact campaigns. You're going to change things, and I'll show you what you're changing on the next screen. But again, automated system. So right here is 20,000 emails. That's how you get to 20,000 super fast, just by duplicating and uploading your emails. What doesn't take long once you have everything ready to go and ready to upload. I'll leave this on the screen just for a minute, and just so you guys can see how we do it. And again, choose the software that you guys want. We're not like saying that this is the best or anything. MailShake's really good. They've been around for a while. And like I said, the only other one that I'm going to mention in this video is Limbless, because once somebody on our team is actually using it, seems good. You know, it seems like a nice software, and it does come with a warming up feature for the domains that you're pushing through and the emails that you're setting up. So very nice, but I do like the way MailShake works. On this video, we're not going to cover some of the internals of MailShake. I will cover that and show you our exact system on SMMA Profits. And under the training that we do on this course here, we're going to show you one of our actual MailShake campaigns, the complete thing running with 20,000 emails in there or even more. So that's what we're going to get into more. And like I said, there's a whole bunch of things that I'll go over in 1 second. Okay, let's go to the next screen here. Trying to keep this at a fast pace here. Okay, so set up your email, title, subject, use 5 messages. So when you guys are setting all this up, you guys are probably wondering, well, the messages that go out. Okay, so it's only 5 messages that go out, cold email, before you are done with that person. It's not like your regular autoresponder where you're going to send out 20 messages, 30 messages, 40. Like our autoresponders on some of ours, we have like over 100 even. But what you want to do is your first title, like this, these are titles. I'll only put 3 in here just for an example, but there's really 5 because it's 5 messages. So you're going to spin these titles, but the trick is, just so you guys know, if you guys are setting this up on your own, you want to follow what I'm teaching you here, is first title that goes out. This is for real estate, just an example. Second one, this is what people forget. They just type out the next title. Make sure you change it. You don't necessarily have to change the message, but you could. But you need to put the RE in there. The RE is going to make them think that they've already spoken with you. Okay, so it's a little trick and tip, but that's what we do. Don't forget this. On message 2, first message, this is a title. This is a title again on the second message, which RE, and we spun the title. It's another title. Third message that goes out, if they still haven't done anything with you, no interaction with you, they're going to get the RE again with another title, and you spun this around, it's a different title. So it's very easy to change your titles. You can't be that lazy not to change them, and we give you these in the course. If you're in the real estate niche, we have a whole bunch of titles that you can use, and that's what we do. So we only do it again for 5 messages going out. That's what we do, and we spin the titles, and we always put the RE in there. And we do change, since we've been doing it for a while, we have many messages, so we do change our messages. Sometimes we'll use the same message, and then message 2 will be the same, and then we'll change it on the second message. Not only we'll have a new title, we'll actually have a new message as well, and then the third, the same thing, another new message, new title. And sometimes it's the same. You can just duplicate the same message. Since they never opened it, it's okay to use the same message, but it's always good to change the message around also, because sometimes they say that Gmail for some reason knows that it's the same message completely, so it's always good to change it, because everybody's, even though we don't use the Gmail to send it out, we're using SMTP on the receiving end. It's usually Gmail software that's opening this stuff and looking into it. So that's who's watching you. basically. So you got to make sure that you guys are doing this. That's why you have to do the warming up very carefully, because Gmail will know that you are spam. Okay, so let's keep moving along here. Okay, so now we're at the setup email sequence 5 messages. Remember I told you guys there's 5 messages. You only want 5, so per campaign. When this thing is pushing out, we don't have it set. I could have put 5,000, but you guys know it's 5,000 per campaign. Each one of these has 5,000, but there's only 5 messages that go out. And that's rule of thumb when you guys are doing the cold email. This is not like your regular autoresponder again. 5 messages. Okay, I just want to be clear, and that's why we have this slide. 5 messages, 5 messages. And again, the 5 messages per campaign, it's always good to at least have sometimes 2 messages. Out of the 5, some can be duplicated, but try to change at least 2 of them. That's what we do. And we change the title on each one. New titles, and then we'll have 2 messages, sometimes even 3. Sometimes each one will be changed. It just depends what we are doing on the niche. And usually it's the real estate niche. That's our niche. And again, here on number 2 campaign, same thing, but it's always 5 messages that go out. So it's pretty easy to set this up. Don't get lazy. When you set this up, make sure, like I said, your mindset is ready to go. You don't want to rush this. You're going to spend the time that you need. If it takes you 3 days to set this up, easy. But again, with SMMA Profits course, we're going to give you what you put inside. We're going to give you the complete marketing system, and then you'll plug the 2 in together, and then that's what you end up with. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this now. Right now is the very end of the screen, so it says that's how it's done. Are you ready to check out the Profits course? We're going to go right into the Profits course. Now let's get out of that. We'll go into here. One thing really quick here. So once you have, before we get into this, I just want to say, because I know I'm going to get these questions, like how many leads are you guys getting from 20,000 or what? It's different for everybody who's doing this. Depends on your presentation page, your scripts. We're always changing them. We'll run this and change our presentation page every once in a while. We'll tweak that, but we always change the scripts that are going out. You can do A/B testing inside of MailShake, and pretty much all the outreach software is a cold email outreach. You can change them, so you can run one list and then versus the other one, so you know which one's getting more leads. They even have an internal system that shows you the leads that you work with. You can actually mark them as leads. For us, since we do this quite a bit, we have our phone number listed on there. So not only we're actually getting actual calls, and we use for tracking, we use what's it called? Going blank here. Google Voice. We use Google Voice to track everything. So there's a Google Voice number in there. If we don't even pick up the phone, it goes into Google Voice and tracks it, and we know exactly that it's coming from our cold email, because that's the only number that we have in there. So it makes sense. So we know all that stuff. But that's how that works. Oh, leads. You want to know about leads. How many leads should you be getting? Since we've been doing it a while, we're averaging, at least we're speaking to somebody or email and getting inquiries every week. That's right. Every week we're getting some. And we do have a few discovery calls out there. I'll put up a couple more. I don't like to put too many discovery calls. I know everybody likes to hear all the phone calls and learn from that. But you don't want to find your clients, find out that you're using them without their consent. So it's always good to make sure that you guys are very careful with that. I don't recommend even you just trying to brag about how many clients you have. Everyone's going to have clients the longer you do this, and we have a few, but we're probably going to put them more in the course than on YouTube. I know they're funny. It's good to hear me on the phone even do it. I don't mind doing that. It's easy to do. One thing I will say about discovery calls, when you watch us, the new ones that we do put out now are with the prices on the page. So the landing page, we do show the actual, you know what, and what I'll do now is pull one up now. Let me just pause you for 1 second, and I'll pull up a presentation page. Okay, I'm back. I had to pause you for 1 second just to pull this page up. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys one of the presentation pages that we actually send out. So if you're in the real estate niche, this is what's inside the email. Okay, so you can see this here. This is one. We have many, but this is one. So they see this here, and we give them a presentation video. We give them a video on how we get leads. It's actually me running Facebook ads. I'm really good at running Facebook ad, Google ads, YouTube, all that. You can see me getting crazy leads one after another. Very well known for doing that. We show them how we do all the targeting. And I'll just scroll up and down so you guys can see how nice these are. So it shows our exact marketing process. And at the very end, which I was trying to touch on before I went into the presentation page, I wanted to show you that we now show them whatever packages we have running at this point in time. We're going to show them on screen. Now, the difference between, a lot of people will say, oh, wow, you showed pricing. Yes, it's good to show pricing. There's many major companies that do this type of thing that all show prices. Everybody shows prices. If you're selling some type of marketing, you should show prices. By you hiding it, it just makes it even harder, because once you do everything, then you go back and you got to play the game of back and forth and try to warm up to that point of talking about, okay, now we're going to talk about prices. What do you charge? They already see what we charge. It's very much easy laid out. If somebody's just starting out, and remember, keep in mind, if you go back and look at some of our presentation pages, they will change. This won't be the same here. This is for somebody who's just curious. They get 10 leads or $50 ad spend for $199. 30 leads, $100 ad spend, $299. Okay, and again, 100 leads or 300 ad spend. That's average leads that you'll get with 300 ad spend, and that's $1,000 per month. But at least I know what we're doing, and we have a whole bunch of other guaranteed packages that we spend through as well. And then here's our form or book a call, whichever one we're running at that point in time. Sometimes we don't even use book a call. We have another one with book a call, but this one's just as good. They fill this out just as much as they fill out book a call. So don't always get caught up on book a call. Make sure that you have both. But our landing pages are on point. It shows them how cool all our marketing is. And main thing is, I would highly, if you guys have your own marketing pages or landing pages, we always have a presentation video. This video here is actually me running through the same presentation page that you guys are watching now, and I just explain everything on the page, so I don't have to do it twice. If it's me answering the phone or doing the callbacks or somebody on the team, we always ask them, did you watch the presentation video? Did you watch this video? And we just answer the questions that they have, and they usually just want to go straight down here, explain this really quick, click the button, and bam. And if you guys are wondering how we do our checkout process, they click this, that goes into a subscription plan, and then starts the onboarding process, which is automated as well. The minute they click this button, we have an onboarding automated system. Ask them a whole bunch of questions. They go into the automation of onboarding, and that's all easily done, automated. It just goes one after another, and that's it. And they're set up, and then we get them on board super quick. I'll make another video for the people who are interested in the same niche that we're in on how we do our onboarding process. Now let's get into the real estate blueprint. And we'll scroll down, and I'll just show you it's jam-packed with all kinds of stuff. So again, what this is it's SMMA Profits course, where you will find it. And what this is, it comes with all the stuff listed here. You're welcome to go on your own and look at it. I won't spend too much time here, but watch this video again. And anytime you get a course from us, just so you guys know, we show you exactly what's included in the course. So you don't have to worry like, I wonder if that course has exactly what I need. Is it a scam or what? No. Watch the video, and if we missed, because we're trying to show you everything that's in the course. We don't want to hide anything. We show you everything. And if it's just we don't have enough time on video to bore you, unless it's a huge, long video or something. But it's a short video. But if you're curious of what it has, you can read here. And again, that's why we put down here what's inside. The price will change. Actually, let us know if you're interested after watching this video. See if there's a discount running even besides this one. So we always change the price as well. Anyhow, so right here is a presentation video I just showed you. You get a couple of these, not video, excuse me, sales page. You're going to get a couple of those all ready to go. What the landing pages are for you to set up all your marketing. When you're doing marketing, not only do we show you how to set up all the ads, we give you all that, but we actually give you the landing pages that connect to your Facebook ads and Google ads and YouTube, whatever you guys are basically doing. It's usually for Google and Facebook only. We give you all the high converting lead capture forms, again, that are connected to the landing pages that are connected to your ads. Makes sense? So they all connect. And they're all made for whichever ad you guys are running. So in other words, here's the ads. We give you all the ads. But if you're running this ad here, it has its own landing page, and it has its own form that works, that corresponds with it. So remember, one ad's going to say, when you guys are setting it up, this ad works with this landing page, and even with the script. We're going to show you what script works. So if you guys are doing marketing, even and you're trying to do outreach, we're going to show you the scripts work best with this and this and this. So it's our exact blueprint that I use in my own business for SMMA agency. We're going to give you my exact Google ads as well, high converting as well, and the scripts. So we're adding a whole bunch of scripts now, even as we speak. We've added a whole bunch, and we're adding even more and more as we go. These are all the scripts for everything that we're doing for cold outreach, or even doing Upwork, or working with LinkedIn. We're huge on that. I have a complete training on that as well. Now, one of the good things that a lot of people love here is this. You get the complete right here, Facebook ad training top secret master class for me. This is a course in itself. Okay, it doesn't take that long to get through the course, and it shows you exactly, you guys are going to learn how I run ads. So if you watch the video on top and you always wanted to run ads like me, like way up here, actually on this one here, let's go back here. You can see me here running ads right here. You'll learn how to run ads like this from going here and getting this, if I can get to the bottom of it here, right here. So you'll learn that here. You get to watch me go from start to finish with a brand new campaign, how I get all the test leads coming in, and I think we hit 50 to 100 within a few days, 5 days to 7 days, we get to 100 leads or even more. Show you how all that crazy stuff's done in the Facebook ad training, or you can outsource it, whatever you guys want to do. And of course, right here is the Academy training, where we just drop in all the trainings dropped in one. So even the outreach will be dropped in here as well. And some of the Discover calls are in here as well. And you can see how the system works. And again, Q&A, pretty much that's it. So any questions on the course, just go ahead and leave it in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, don't forget. And just, you'll find all the links to this course and just pretty much everything I talked about. Everything that you needed to know on the way we set up the whole entire cold email. Okay, you guys, so hopefully you guys got some value out of this. Now you guys know how to set up a complete outreach system from scratch using either whichever your favorite outreach cold email system would be. If it's MailShake or Lemlist, whatever, choose one, get started. Just, you need to start somewhere. You need to get this stuff set up, do it right, have a separate hosting account, and make sure you warm up your emails. Don't forget, if you have any questions, just send it over. Send it over in the comments, whatever. Yeah, if you haven't smashed the like button, smash it now. I'm sure you saw the little thing running around telling you to smash it. All right, you guys, that's enough. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.